Geeks of Rage.
Hello, I'm Matt, and I'm here with Rich and Majic, and this is Geeks of Rage. This is the show where we're going to talk about everything from board games and movies, and from retro games to the latest releases. If you can speak about it, then we'll geek about it. This show is called Geeks of Rage, and if you understand that reference, then you're in the right place.
Yeah.
We're on Box Fresh Radio, and you can check us out at boxfreshradio.com. And you can contact Geeks of Rage via Twitter on Geeks of Rage, and the O is a 0.
Oh, what's in Matthew's sack?
Excellent.
That's a good jingle.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Started on a high, I like it. So we're going to kick off this show with a segment called What's in Matthew's Sack. Okay, so...
You're going to empty your sack.
Come on, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So
See what's in your sack.
Let's see what's in
Get
it.
it out.
So during the show, we're going to have something to eat and drink, and basically the format is quite simple. We're going to have a snack item, something to drink, and something really, really random.
Let's see then.
Okay,
What
so we'll explain more as we go on. But Rich, we'll start with the drink.
Today we're drinking Bowmore. Bowmore single malt Islay whiskey.
I thought it was a whiskey.
It is a whiskey. Why? Because did the colour give it away?
Yeah. The piss colour. The smell.
Are you not a fan of whiskey?
It is
I
quite.
don't mind whiskey. It's
quite a large glass. I'll be honest.
if we had a bit of Coke with it.
Mate, you do not put Coke in single malt, or the other way
I
around.
know, yeah. But yeah,
So
I'll
just
try.
go
it.
scratching
So do we try this then? So this is what year?
I don't know. I don't know what the year is. I didn't look.
I was not saying fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Madge don't like his whiskey.
Jesus Christ. It's alright, just feels like you've been slapped.
This is my favourite brand, to be fair.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I fucking sweat
It's-
on.
I think it's the best Islay,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, onto the snack item. I've bought dark chocolate in the form of these sticks.
What the
No, they're really nice.
Etty Karam sticks.
Yeah,
Right.
And then
brilliant.
something that I can't even read.
I'll put a
not
picture
English.
up on the Twitter
Yeah,
for
tweet
everybody to
that,
see.
man.
And some Quality Street. Now, the main reason for the dark
Quality.
chocolate is last time we drank whiskey and ate dark chocolate, we were in a location I might not want to say.
Yeah. a top secret underground location.
Yeah. Well, we were tasting copious amounts of whiskey and
Expensive
pretending
whiskey,
we knew
yes.
what we were on about.
Yeah. And then I seem to remember I tried to play darts,
Yeah.
and it was. We just scored if you could hit the board or not. If you hit
More
the
often
board,
not.
you get a point. Yeah. I don't think I won.
Definitely not. But anyway, last time we did that dark chocolate, so I think dark chocolate was a good accompaniment
Excellent.
to Bowmore.
Yes, congratulations.
Dark chocolate. So there's what? One stick each? Two stick each?
2 sticks each.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate and
I
whiskey.
did too.
Yeah.
And then Quality Street and other brands are available.
Yeah. Okay, so
Cheers,
Cheers.
mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
yeah. So we're going to move on to the random food.
Yes.
Now, and the concept here is that we found a website that will let you generate random food.
Yeah.
Um,
You pick how many types of food, and it just
yeah. So it's
Random. It could be
randomlist.com
anything in the world.
/food, and you set it to 2 and press go. So the
Yeah.
rules here are that we get one go,
yeah.
and whatever comes up, that's what we have to eat
Yeah.
on the next show.
Yeah.
Now, during our show prep, we took the liberty of doing this, and we've got today our random food.
Yes.
Magic, would you like to reveal the random food?
Yes. Do I have to do it with my hands?
No. Just
tell you
tell
what,
us what it is. Tell us what it is, and then hang on. You got to tell us what it is first, and then
Okay.
I'll lift.
I've got to guess what it is.
Hang
Yeah.
on, have you
No.
have you presented this in some nice fancy
Oh
way?
yeah, you won't be expecting this.
Oh, really?
So,
So I've got to guess what's on
what
this
was the actual
dish.
food that was picked? What were the 2 foods that were picked?
Do I know them?
I guess not. Matthew.
S and C.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sausage and cheese.
Yes.
What kind of cheese?
Cheddar.
No.
Okay, sausages and
Camembert.
Costa sausages and blue cheese. Okay,
Yeah, sausages and blue cheese.
So Cumberland.
No,
And
we never specified a
No, it was
particular
just a
sausage. Just said
sausage. Just
sausage.
okay, yeah, that's fine.
So, I had a bit of a dig around on the internet for something that could combine sausage and blue cheese.
Yeah.
And this, thanks to the BBC Good Food Guide, whatever, website.
Oh wow.
There we have. Oh, they've got a little bit sweaty.
Oh wow!
What do you think that is?
Sausage and blue cheese burgers.
They are sticky sausage and blue cheese burgers.
Sticky sausage
You
and blue
absolute
cheese.
diamond.
I know, yeah. This. I have actually taken some photos for Twitter on the
It's come
during the
apart.
making. Yeah, these are posh brioche buns.
Excellent.
Very good, man.
If these had been straight out of the oven, that would have been like lava. You would have had no
Good.
face.
Let's move on. And what we need to do now is if one of you with your phone can go on to randomlist.com/food, and what we're going to do now is find the random food
Internet.
for next week, and hopefully it won't be quite as nice and luxurious as this one because I mean I think
lightly, really.
we've got it very lightly. I mean I had some goes earlier on and kale and ketchup came on and
That would have been difficult.
well you know you don't have to make it a wonderful. I mean this is really nice. But,
Yeah. Randomlists.com/food.
yeah, just put random food generator into Google.
Quantity 2.
What does that is?
Yeah.
Refresh. Okay. Oh, holy shit.
Come on then.
Oh, man, this is not good. Who's going to take this on?
Take what on? What the food?
Who's going to
is?
take? Yeah, who's going to try and
I'll
combine
do
this
it.
shit? You're going to do
Combine
it.
it?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what it is.
You've got to.
We'll talk
It
about
is mackerel
Oh Jesus!
and orange peels.
Oh God!
And nothing else. Just that.
Just mackerel and orange peels. You could put other things. Like you see, I have buns and
Okay, you
sage
added a
and things.
bun.
You know what I mean?
Well, I could have a bun.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
dear
You
Lord.
could basically you've got to find a recipe that involves mackerel and orange peels. Good luck.
Brilliant.
Moving
So
on.
now we've found out what's in my sack. We need to get our geek on. What's new?
Yo, man, I be riding, checking out the old school. But you know what? I wanna know what's new.
Okay, you're listening to Geeks of Rage on Boxfest Radio, and this is time for new releases.
No releases.
New releases. So, in this section, each of us has chosen what we think is a hot topic in the geek world, and I'm going to kick this off because
Good. So I can eat my burger.
you can eat your burger, yeah. Because following the untimely death of Anton Yelchin, did you hear about this? Crushed by his car.
It was awful.
So I'm
Horrible way to go.
going to talk about the new Star Trek film.
Good man.
Yeah, because
In a good light, hopefully.
I
Hopefully.
suppose they'll edit it and put a tribute at the end, maybe.
maybe, yeah.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
You'd have to. You'd have to take it,
Yeah.
re-edit.
So the third instalment is called Star Trek Beyond, and although J.J. Abrams isn't a producer anymore, he is. No, he's not a director, but he is a producer, and the director is going to be Justin Lin. Has anyone ever heard of Justin Lin?
No.
No. Okay, so Justin Lin directed episodes 3 through to 6 of Fast and the Furious.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So it's not a great start.
No.
And he's also booked to direct the sequel to Space Jam.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets better, doesn't it? Yeah,
I'm getting excited.
Space
You
Jam.
tell.
yeah. And the cast from the first two films will be...
Has anybody actually still heard of Bugs Bunny?
I don't know.
Who?
Exactly. Yeah.
Since the Warner Brothers shop in Merrill went.
That
Yeah.
was ace, that shot.
Yeah, so the cast from the first two films will all be back, and unfortunately, this will be a posthumous release now for Yelchin. And if you don't know who he is, he played Chekhov, and you might also know
Beg
him
your
as
pardon?
Chekhov,
I beg your pardon?
Pavel Chekhov.
Oh.
Yes, and he also played the young Carl Reese in Terminator Salvation. Did you ever see that?
No.
No. So, unlike the previous two films, this is going to be not going to be written by Simon Pegg.
What the whole thing is?
Yeah. Well, there's him and one other
Simon
guy.
Pegg?
Simon Pegg, yeah. And we
Why?
all know him as a
Star Trek.
he's a major Star Trek fan.
Oh, I know that.
And I understand his portfolio is mainly comedy. Yeah. But I think he's a good writer, and I think he's going to do okay.
Considering how good the first two of those Star Trek films,
Yeah.
the first two of the new Star Trek films were, then yeah, I'm worried.
Well, it's going to be interesting because you've got a new director and new writers. Although
So
the
it's
cast
probably
is the
going to be
same.
Gash.
Maybe. I mean, traditionally these kind of
Well, the first one was really good. The reboot's brilliant. The
Yeah.
second one, the only reason I liked it is because I'm going to be brilliant at this show because I can't remember his fucking name either. The English gentleman that's a massive actor, Sunderland Cumberbatch. Whatever his name is.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that one.
Bender Snatch.
Okay.
That made it for the second one. So for the third one,
Speaking
I don't
of great English actors, Idris Elba is in the new one. Yeah.
Luther.
know. He's good. I like him.
So that should be good. And essentially, the synopsis is that they're in the middle of their 5-year mission, and they're forced to abandon ship, and they end up on some distant planet that they don't know anything about, and it kicks off
Big time.
big time.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's sort of an underdoggy type of story. But the trailers look great. Lots of
Beastie Boys.
the visuals are good. The Beastie Boys.
I'll give the trailers do look good.
And the special effects look good as you would expect. Lots of action, and it's coming out on the 22nd of July.
Wow.
So definitely looking
space.
forward to it.
Yeah. I'll
So watch this
definitely
space.
it. Watch the space.
Yeah.
Madge.
Me, I'm going to talk about what was I up to. E3 was something I wanted to talk about. Games like God of War, Spider-Man, Resident Evil 7, Injustice 2, and obviously, for God's sake, are they ever going to bring out Legend of Zelda?
No.
So you might be asking, what took my fancy? Well, Days Gone was what took my fancy by Bend Studio, B-E-N-D Studio. The reason it took... I kind of skipped through and watched all the videos while in the bath, and it came on to... Yeah, it was just these two lads talking about this game, and then they showed you the demo, sort of them playing it for the E3, and it just looked amazing. It was based upon a cross between DayZ, Last of Us, and Dead Rising, and obviously zombies kind of pricked my ears up a little bit, and the visuals are just absolutely fantastic. But what it got for me was, I mean, the problem with DayZ is you can walk 10 miles and not see anyone. The problem with, I suppose, Last of Us, it didn't have the open world elements, and the problem with Dead Rising is it's a bit far-fetched. So I think this is what brings it all together, and the reason why is because he kind of climbs through. It's kind of a linear story. It looks linear, but they said that it wasn't linear at all. That it actually is an open sort of, not sandbox, but an open world environment. You can just bomb around, and you play this motorcycle dude who's got his patch on the back. You have a bike, which they, rather than just having a car, trash it and go and get another car. This is the whole point, is you got to keep your bike with you. So you got to kind of obviously park it in the right place while you're into a building full of zombies. And the thing that really just looked mint was when he climbs up onto this one building in the demo, he looks over and the zombies are like real. I say real because zombies aren't real, but it kind of like they moved how you think zombies should move, to the point where Dead Rising, they just stand there and wait until you interact with them. Left 4 Dead is where as soon as they see you, they're coming for you. Where this, they just look like they're actually doing, different ones were doing different things. They weren't all just copies of each other. He then falls down, and then they see him and start running towards him. And I think they call them freakers. I don't know why everybody has to have weird names for zombies.
Yeah. Surely everyone would just call them zombies.
It's zombies,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's well
Come
known
on.
enough, isn't it?
Yeah. So he runs under this train, dives under it while they're chasing him. He's got this bit of a limp going on because obviously he fell off the building. He turns round and there's a train door and it just bursts open and they flood out like World War Z.
Oh, right.
So they just plough it. So whereas Dead Rising, the first one that comes out is going to get you.
Yeah.
Same with Left 4 Dead. Usually the first one's going to be the first one towards you. The first one falls over and the rest pile on top of him, and then while he's watching it, out of nowhere someone's coming up the side, so it's like out of just, when you think, oh, this is quite good visuals, there's one right in front of him, so he starts shooting them all, and obviously just manages to sort of escape, and the demo kind of ended, but it looked mint, and it was just like this is probably going to be something that's gonna smash it as games go, and definitely up my fucking street. The unfortunate thing is it's not out until 2019, so
crap.
they turn unless they get another developer to help them out. So because of that, I just thought everybody should play South Park because that's out in December, and it's called Fractured Butthole, and it's based upon the Avengers. And
of course,
if you played the first one, Stick of Truth, go and play it, and you'll enjoy it and want to play the next one. So yeah, awesome. That was E3.
Awesome.
Well, not the whole of E3, but
I think there was a few other things.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
it was a big weekend.
Yeah,
it sounds good, and I look forward to 2018.
Yeah, it's gonna be, I don't know what it's coming out on, PlayStation Cube or whatever the new one's called, or Xbox, fuck knows. So yeah.
Right, yeah, I was going to talk about Overwatch. I was. Well, I'm not going to now.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you, as great as it is, and it is good, and everybody should just go out and buy it and play it.
Have you played it?
Yeah,
we got it.
Yeah. I have been playing it a lot. It's not that new now. It's because it's been out for over a month. However, I did manage to get my hands on a Paladin's beta key, and I don't remember seeing any non-disclosure agreement. So I think I'm good to. If not, you're going to get sued, Madge. That'll be fine.
I don't mind.
But anyway, yeah, I've been jamming a little bit of Paladins.
What's that? Where is that?
It is a hero shooter, which seems to be a new genre that's kind of crept up. Slowly but surely. It's going to be the new MOBA by the look of it.
Okay.
I'm sick to death of MOBAs, to be honest. I never really liked them, but hero shooters seems to be the new thing. So effectively, it's team-based first-person shooters.
I like the team-based ones.
Yeah, exactly. Very much like Team Fortress 2. So they're objective-based.
Is an Overwatch the same as that?
Yeah. However, instead of having like character classes, you have heroes. And these heroes have special abilities, they have certain loadouts, they have certain amounts of health and stuff like that. And each one plays a specific role within the team. So you'll have like tanks that are there to absorb the damage and protect their team. And then you'll have high damage DPS characters. You'll have snipers. You'll have characters that can build turrets and things like this. And then you'll have like support characters, healers and things. And effectively, you've got to accomplish the objective as a team. So each person picks their favourite character class, and they have to play not just. It's not just about getting kills; it's about completing the objective. So specific heroes have certain ways of scoring points, and that will be as long as they do what their character is there to do. For example, if you're a tank, taking damage will score you points as opposed to dealing damage and things like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's
what they're releasing this on.
Paladins
is
so
it going
far
to be a big
PC.
name, or is it just
I honestly don't know.
for sneaky people?
Overwatch obviously has been massive because they've kind of they've got in there first. I mean, Blizzard always make polished games, let's face it, but they've got in there first with these hero shooters, and they've really kind of set the benchmark. However, we saw at E3 the video for Quake, the new Quake, and they've put Quake is back, but it's going to be a hero shooter.
Oh well.
Since when was Quake a fucking hero shooter?
It's a bit, well,
so Quake is dead. More like.
Do you think
I really think ID have lost the plot with why people like
it's
their games
Bethesda,
in the first
isn't it?
place.
It's not ID, it's Bethesda.
You know, I mean, it's like Doom. I don't think they ever really understood why people like Doom.
Yeah.
You know, you only got to look at Doom 3 to realise. You know, we weren't really into the scary shit. We were into the cheesy mowing down things shit. You know,
But it was.
Have you played the new one? Played the new Doom?
It's supposed to be good.
It's actually really got really decent reviews. I think the multiplayer is a bit pants compared to like old school Doom. Isn't it? I mean, old school Doom Deathmatch was the sort of stuff that would give you hernias. It was ridiculously fast paced and scary and hard fucking work. The new one isn't.
It was like Deathmatch on speed, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and it kind of grew quite nicely because you could play it on Z Doom and you could play it on Skulltag.
Yeah.
And it got cooler.
Yeah, exactly. But the new one is not. He's not like that. It's a good game. You know, the reviews are all good. I haven't played it myself, but it's a good game and the reviews are good. But it seems that we're now creating a new genre of game and hero shooters.
There's one on the iPad, and there's a few others that I've seen.
This Paladins is it's all right, to be honest. It's a little bit different to Overwatch. Very, very similar in certain ways, but there's other ways. You have mounts in battle, a bit like on World of Warcraft.
Do you think they've got longevity, though, or do you think they're just going to sit around for a year?
I don't know.
I mean, obviously,
Esports.
Warcraft was massive, World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah. It's not really pitched at the same kind of audience. It's
Yeah.
an esports thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Zero
to be
shooters.
fair though, I mean, World of Warcraft really paved the way for MMOs in a way that no other game has ever done. I think, MMOs pre-Warcraft and MMOs now is
There weren't any
Well, shitloads
Real.
on them.
proper. I suppose you had things like Eve, but like Warcraft created its own genre of MMO.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you'll never be able to beat Warcraft for
No.
RPG, MMORPG. It's been around too long. They pumped far too much money into it.
yeah.
It was the first of its kind.
So where can we get information on Paladin?
Paladins
Just
is
search
made
it.
by Hi-Res Studios.
Is it?
These are the same people who made Smite and Tribes. Do you remember Tribes?
I remember
Ascend?
Tribes.
Yeah. So these guys can make a game.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a little bit buggy at the minute. It is only in beta stage. But no, I would say check it out.
You have played it then? Or-
Yeah. You have to pay. It's in closed beta at the minute, so you have to pay for a key.
Okay.
You can pay for a key, I believe, through Hi-Res. But in the meantime, I would look forward to open beta whenever that actually turns up. And when it does, check it out, give it a jam. But in the meantime, check out the videos on YouTube.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure we'll be here to report on
Oh, yeah, we will.
when it arrives,
Definitely.
whenever that might be.
Yep.
So thanks for your input, guys. That has been your What's New, news and new releases. So you're listening to Geeks of Rage on Boxfest Radio. Remember, please get involved on Twitter, Geeks of Rage, and the O is a 0.
It certainly is.
You
Because
can
I couldn't
also-
have the other one.
If you think we're all
Yeah.
wrong, tell us, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's
we
news, isn't it?
We want to know.
We want your opinions.
Give us some news.
You can also go over to boxfestradio.com and the contact details will be on there.
Yep.
Emails and the Twitter link.
Yeah, contact us direct and slag us off.
Yeah,
so
man.
still to come on the show, Majic is going to get bored and we're going to see what the most random thing we can get on the internet for a fiver might be. But next up, it's time to dust off your box.
Dust off your box.
Oh, my God. Mate, these jingles are inspired.
Yeah. See, I heard all of these, and Rich is hearing them for the first time just now.
Yeah.
They're quite good.
They're
They're really good. So this segment is called Dust Off Your Box, and basically what we're going to do is take a trip down memory lane and review a very old console classic. And Rich, I believe, has been hard at work.
I was.
Yeah. And he's going to tell us what he's been playing.
Do you want to play the music anyway?
No.
No,
It's the wrong
no.
music.
It's the wrong music. We're not going to do it.
Yeah, I was originally going to talk about Gotcha Force on the game.
Which I got the music for.
But no, he didn't. He got the wrong music.
Hang on.
Anyway,
Let's just review.
if anybody knows what Gotcha Force is
Okay.
like,
This
this
is
is not fucking music.
This is what Magic has
This is
downloaded
not
as the
Gotcha
music
Force.
from Gotcha
It's not
Force.
Gotcha
They
Force.
fucking said Gotcha Force. Only sings Gotcha Force, I swear.
So there
it's in
you go.
Japanese.
All right, yeah. That's not what I was thinking of.
That's not the one.
No. So yeah, I was originally going to talk about that. Fuck it, we'll do that next month when you've actually got the right music. Because I spotted something else,
Okay.
which kind of ties in with the news. Have you heard of the Humble Bundle?
Yeah.
Of course you have.
One of my
That's most
favourite
of your
things.
Steam list is made up of Humble Bundle games.
I would challenge. I defy you to your Steam list is definitely going to be made up of
For-
exactly
Oh,
the same.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
For
So,
listeners at home, what is the Humble Bundle in
The
10
Humble
words?
Bundle is basically a charity collection of games, and once a month or however often they feel like doing it, you'll get an email and you'll go on there, and there will be a list of maybe 5 to 10 games, and you can pay what you want. You can pay
Yeah.
it's all in US dollars. You can pay $1 and you can have all of the games. You'll get all of the Steam keys, but there will be price breaks. You can pay more than the average, and you'll get like another 5 games, and you can pay more than, I don't know, $10.
That's not 10 words.
Yeah, something
It's
like
good.
that.
It's worth doing.
yeah,
and
I'm going to demonstrate this because it just so happens this falls really nicely for Dust Off Your Box. The latest Humble Bundle. There are 2 Humble Bundles out during this month. There is a Humble Monthly Bundle, which is something that you sign up to. It's a monthly subscription, and you get like a bunch of games within the Humble Bundle every month. and you never know what they're going to be until.
So Humble Bundle are actually
Next
doing a
Yeah, they do a
subscription.
monthly subscription thing, and you get a bunch of games, and these are always good games.
You know,
but still,
I've actually been looking at subscribing, and I'm always thinking, well, what if I don't like it? But every time it comes out,
Yeah.
I'm like, I should
man,
have subscribed.
yeah, exactly. I'm exactly the same. I still haven't subscribed, but it will happen eventually.
Yeah.
Anyway,
worth it.
this month we have on Humble Bundle the Sonic 25th Anniversary Bundle,
Nice.
included for 70 pence or $1 if you live in the States. You get Sonic the Hedgehog, the Mega Drive version, Sonic Adventure DX, which was,
Yeah.
Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic CD,
Maybe.
all of that for 70p. Then, if you pay £6.32, you get Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1,
Yeah.
Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic the Hedgehog 2,
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 2, plus Battle
Yeah.
DLC, and some more games that they haven't announced yet. For £7.05, you get Sonic Lost World, Sonic Generations, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2,
Yeah.
Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, plus the Metal Sonic and Outrun and Ryo Hazuki DLC.
I think what we've
If you
learned
pay
from that-
25 quid, you get a T-shirt.
I think, Rich, what we've learned from that is most of the Sonic games that ever came out were
Does it
shock.
have the Dreamcast
Yeah.
one?
The thing is, that was Sonic Adventure DX, wasn't it? Or something like that?
The one
I
with
don't
the
know.
big whale chases, yeah.
I can't remember. That was CAC as well, there, wasn't it?
It was alright. It was
that
the
was
first
Sonic 3D, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
was
Sonic
the
3D.
wasn't it?
That's probably in there. Did I mention it? I don't remember. Anyway, basically, you're probably not going to want to buy that because if you don't own most of those games already, why the fuck are you listening to this show?
If you want to make your own suggestions, please do so on Twitter via Geeks of Rage. And remember, as always, the O is a 0. Or you can go on boxfreshradio.com and contact us through there. Still to come, Majic is going to get bored. But first, we're going to see what we can get for a £5.
What can you get for a £5?
You know what? That wasn't as
Well, it's
funny.
funny.
That was funny.
I need turning up a little
As
bit.
great as it was.
It was really good.
Well, you can't always be funny all the time.
That's your mate. You've written what? I don't know, about 20 jingles.
20
You've done
jingles.
well, mate.
Really
You have
not
done
bad.
well. Anyway,
More jingles than Santa's ball sack.
There you go. Okay. Okay, so this is going to sound a little bit strange, but
as if that didn't.
during our show prep, it came to our attention that there is a website out there that will let you buy random things from random people for a £5.
Yeah.
The website is fiverr.com. There are 2 R's in Fiverr, and there are both US and UK versions. Now, due to the exchange rate, I'd recommend the US version because it's
That's
much
true,
better
yeah.
value for money.
I think it's about $350 and then $50 like tax, or it's not shipping because they send it. But
So we thought we'd see what we could what we could think of and what we could get for a £5. Now there's no pre-written material for this. We thought we'd have an impromptu little chat and see what we could come up with for a £5.
yeah, I think there's categories there. It might be worth looking at categories. And
I mean,
then we'll
it's gotta be-
decide one of those.
Yeah,
I'm having a little browse.
Maybe if we
Browse.
could get
I've
Fun and bizarre.
yeah, let's
That
do
sounds
that.
like our category.
Fun and bizarre. If you're out there and you need Twitter followers, Fiverr.com will do. Some lad in some country somewhere will get you about 20,000 followers, which we'll be doing next week.
Where's that?
It's far away. So
We
yeah,
could get some
not in
jungle
your-
so if you
boys.
check our followers at the moment, I think we're on about 80 or 90 on Twitter. But once we've used this, there should be about 200,000.
we can get some boys in the jungle to sing Happy Birthday.
Get them to sing a jingle.
Which jungle?
All right, sing Happy Birthday as Tin Foil Man in Just a Thong.
Oh wow! Happy birthday, Geeks of Rage, for our first naught birthday. Yeah, man, I'm up for that. Just spin your thumb and choose one. Just like throw your thumb up. So that's it.
Oh no, you only go so far. You got to load more.
There you go. Go. What's that?
Cast a bulletproof protection spell around you. No, I don't like the sound of that. Let you see in my top dresser drawer.
Yeah, man, I'm up for that. All up for the top dresser.
Yeah, it's just socks, actually. You know what's in my socks?
Let's go with the
Send you a video of my feet.
Nah.
What's in your top dresser drawer?
I don't
Be
really
your
have
Russian
one.
girlfriend that misses
Scissors, plasters, and like lighters for incense.
I've got socks and
Not for
light
anything
bulbs.
else.
There is a stereotypical British fellow who will
I have a cupboard full of sex toys.
perform your message.
What?
There is a stereotypical British fellow that will perform a message in just a hat.
Okay, let's do that.
No, let's not do that.
No, come on.
We've got to do one. You choose then, Rich, and then Matt can choose next time.
Yeah.
This is
And we'll get
awful.
him to say something.
Oh, dominate you via email or text chat.
We can do. We can put it up on the web. I'd like something with a bit of sound.
How about like a phone interview? Someone who will let us phone them.
We could phone.
What's
yeah,
that?
Someone who will like let us phone them and interview them.
Speak to him.
There is actually somebody who will have a video chat with you.
Do that then.
I don't want to see him.
I'll see him.
This is a podcast. It's all audio.
Yeah, we can stick it on the web though.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
man.
lost it now.
We've got a YouTube page as well. Geeks of Rage. It's hard.
If anybody has any suggestions of what we could get people to do,
you
scream
do any-
loudly for 20 seconds.
Oh yeah.
As long as he screams Geeks of Rage,
Yeah.
we'll do that. We'll tell him. Yeah, we'll do that one.
We'll do that one. Yeah.
Happy with that, Rich?
Yeah. So
Just send it, and we'll sort it.
So what we're going to do, we're going to purchase that, and on the next show, hopefully we'll be able to report that we were indeed successful in our purchase.
And got our money's worth.
And got our money's worth, yeah. If you
Yes.
want to suggest what we can buy for a £5 or try and sell us something for a £5, and remember it's £3.50 because we're talking in dollars.
£4 if you're lucky.
£4, yeah. Well, depends what it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see how we get on. So,
Some man's going to get punched in the belly.
For a £5.
yeah. Brilliant. So, anyway, you're listening to Geeks of Rage, and next up, it's time for Majic to get bored.
I'm so bored. Magic's board games.
Yeah. So this part of the show is dedicated purely to board games. Now, as we know, the three of us are quite partial to a board game.
Yes.
Yes. None more so than our friend here, Mr. Majic.
Yes.
He's quite the board game collector. And so Magic's going to talk to you about a particular board game that has been piquing his interest.
Well, I'll
What
tell you
have
a
you got for
story.
us?
Many moons ago, I always had a fond fascination of playing board games with my parents. We would play Cluedo, Ludo, Othello, and other games that end in O, as well as Monopoly, but then Monopoly used to cause arguments, Scrabble. And then, due to my massive love of zombies, I thought to myself, I know, I'll search online. There's going to be a zombie board game. Surely there's all these other, like Star Wars Monopoly and Harry Potter Ludo or whatever. And I thought there's got to be a zombie something. So I typed it in and ended up with Mall of Horror, which I played that for a while, but not really massively fan of that anyway. I just carried on. It is good. But I was like, I didn't really think anything of it. And about 2 years later, so this is about 4 years ago, I did it again. Typed zombie board game into Google, and he's rustling some packaging over
Matthew
there.
trying to eat chocolate.
He's eating quality street.
Sly, failing.
And so I typed it in and ended up with Zombicide, and I bought it straight off. I didn't even read about it. I just thought that looks cool, so I got a copy of it. Spent the evening painting about 4 of them because there's about 100 zombies in the box, and then played it. And then literally I was like, oh my god, what the hell is this? This is amazing. And then it kind of went online, typed board games in, followed board game reviewers, board game shows, and then just 4 years later, I've got an absolute massive collection. Don't play any of them because I ain't got time, but I absolutely, love them. And I think people in the board game world will slag Zombicide off because of the simplicity of it, or the kind of, it doesn't kind of work all the time. And I do have the odd issue that if you die straight away, you kind of ruin your evening a bit because it takes so long to play. But I kind of just wanted to tell everybody that if you're a computer game guy or in movies, but you fancy getting into board games, then Zombicide is probably something that's very easy to get into, because it is like Left 4 Dead, where you are put onto a board, shitload of zombies turn up, you roll the dice, you kill about 6 of them, and then another 12 zombies turn up, and then 2 hours later the board is full of zombies, you're shitting your pants, half of you dead, And then if, by the end of it, 2 of you get out alive, it's quite a satisfying evening. If you all die, it can be a little bit pissing off, especially because you have to pump 3 hours into it. But it will move you on to other board games, which are a little bit quicker and lighter. So I just wanted to tell everybody that if you want to get into it, get into Zombicide.
It's a shame we suck at it.
No, we
are
do.
shit at it.
We've played this an awful lot.
And we suck.
Well,
massively.
it's if you haven't played it, it's one of these games where you can't. There are no individuals. You have to work as a team.
Yep.
You cannot. Nobody wins the game. Basically, the group wins the game if somebody survives, and somebody surviving is
Very difficult.
very difficult indeed. Everybody surviving is completely unheard of. It's
pretty much.
almost
Unless you play just
impossible.
like the first mission.
And
But-
like Majic says, if somebody dies very, very early on, it can be frustrating. But there are opportunities to put house rules in. You can
Exactly.
have,
I think that's one thing I've started to learn a lot more. I think, people read the rules and play with the rules, but I think now and again it's more better to have a good time around the table than somebody dying and then just sitting there looking at everybody else trying to get out.
I'd suggest that maybe the guys who made it didn't play it through that many times.
I
I
think
think
I think it's the fact that it's 3 hours. If it was half an hour, I mean, we played Zombie 15, and if you die in that, that's fine, don't care, because 15 minutes later it's finished. And I think with Zombicide, if you're going to play it, I think they've put in added things where you come back as a bigger zombie, but you're still good, which doesn't make any sense. So I don't play with that rule because I don't like it. But I think with the amount of survivors I've got now, it probably make it just start again. If you die, just come back as another survivor that turns up at the top of the map, and hopefully you can join in and get out.
yeah, maybe even some sort of situation where you've got like a rescue room, like you do in Left 4 Dead. When somebody dies, you have to go and let them out of a room.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I'll be honest, I thought Zombie 15 was a better game.
Oh yeah, but again, it's advanced, isn't it?
Yeah,
Zombicide is obviously old.
You've already played Zombicide.
And they've brought Zombie 15.
And play it.
It's
and
very
enjoy it.
confusing.
The thing about the
Yeah.
Zombicide is though it looks great.
It does look great.
Yeah.
And it evolves, it changes. It can be different every time we play it.
Yeah.
Because the board layout, there are many different layouts you can have.
Yeah.
You can use the ones written in the book.
Just
And we tend to play with random characters. don't we?
Make it up yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's very. It's
I mean,
very, very cool.
they've brought Zombicide 2 and 3 out, and then there's Black Plague, which is new, which is set in old days with werewolves, and they've obviously just getting better and better. But I mean, I've already got 90 zombies to try and paint. I've got a couple of the Big Bang Theory people, and I've got Gordon Ramsay with a pan. I've got Al Pacino and a few other little characters in the boxes, but again, I decided to paint them, and they've all I've got one hand painted and a trouser painted and somebody's hat painted, and they just look a mess now.
So there you have it. Zombicide.
Yeah, go and get it if
Go
you want to
and
get
get it,
into
have a go.
board games. Definitely.
Don't take the rules too seriously. Just have fun with it.
Yeah.
And still to come, we're going to get our rage on. We're going to talk about each other's geek heaven and
I wonder what
geek
you're going to
hell.
say then.
Get a rage on.
But right now, it's time for Geek Rage.
Geeks of Rage!
There you go.
Yeah.
That ended all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's a jingle, man.
So this is Geek Rage on Geeks of Rage, and this is the opportunity for us to vent our anger at everything that pushes our buttons in the geek
Geeks
world.
usually do.
Yeah.
It's like you
As geeks
stick
do.
a geek in the playground, he won't say shit all. Stick him in front of a computer, and he just goes off like a firework.
Hell yes.
So if you're a keyboard warrior, then
How
This
dare
is the
they?
place.
How dare they ruin the ending of Star Trek?
yeah. So if you want to tell us what winds you up, maybe your childhood franchises have been ruined. Do you hate Jar Jar Binks?
Yes.
Whatever winds you up, please let us know via Twitter
I actually
at Geeks
like
of
Jar Jar
Rage.
Binks.
The O is a 0, or you can go to
You look like you like Jar Jar
boxrashradio.com
Binks.
and email us in there. Now, what I think would be a good idea is maybe you want to record an audio rant and email us your
Yeah,
audio
we'll put
rant.
it
up.
We'll
We'd
play it
love
on the
that.
next show. I
We
think that'd be
would
really
love
cool.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rage about us.
Rage about us, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we piss
Those
you off.
fucking idiots.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Those fucking idiots and think they know what they're talking about. Just because I bought a microphone from Maplin.
So, guys, what
Tandy.
what pushes you? What pushes your buttons?
Michael Bay.
What gets your goat? Michael Bay. Michael fucking Bay.
Michael
It's
Bay.
your go because you wrote it as an example.
I actually wrote it. Yeah, on the. He's a dick.
Geeks of Rage will be where we vent things such as Michael Bay. Yeah, I kind of
Blowing
read
out the airlock.
I read that and then I went, yeah, actually, yeah, he has ruined. It's like being given Christmas. Some studio went, all right, Michael, and he's like, yeah, I'm sound. He's like, do you want to have a chat? We've got a couple of ideas for you. He's like, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, we'll have a chat. We'll have a KFC or something. So they sit there opposite, and the guy opposite goes, we want you to do Transformers. And he's like, fuck, what? Seriously? And he's like, yeah. But don't fuck it up. He's like, yeah, I won't fuck it up. I'll just have big fuck-off explosions, a fucking linear plot, and about 4 hours length. And then I'll multiply it by 5. Is it 5? Yeah, the 5th one's coming out soon, isn't it? And I'll just fucking piss all over the fucking franchise that's been, like, people's fucking childhood heroes and memories that people have fucking loved and had bed duvet covers and lunch boxes of fucking Transformers and figures of Optimus Prime, which I've still got in the fucking box, to now look at it and think it's been ruined and pissed on and ejaculated over by fucking Michael Bay, who's just pissed me off with his 4 fucking films, which I've had to sit through. So how many is that? What, fucking 20 hours of my fucking time
There's
has
a
gone
5.
on. Yeah, and the 5th one's coming out. I mean, okay, they're going to ride dinosaurs. It's a bit far-fetched, I get it. But it's fucking, it just drags so long. I mean, okay, the effects are great, and that is it. He's been given the best budget CGI effects to make this film. It looks mint, but the thing that pissed me off to start with is how long it took them to transform in the first one. It's like, I'm going to transform and take fucking ages, and this big camera's going to pan around me while I do it. But then when he's fighting or he's turning
Later
into
on,
a
boom.
truck, he's done, he's in a truck. I was like, well, why the fuck does he do that before? Fucking show off. Optimus Prime is never a show off and said, look, I'm going to transform. It's going to take me 5 minutes. Just sit down
But
and
it's
watch.
gonna look really fucking cool.
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
when you
transform, but I'm gonna do it.
it just
sexy.
goes, yeah, it's all weird and shit, man. I mean, I used to change my transformer quicker than that when I was a kid. I didn't even read the instructions, man.
Mate,
Just fucking
when you're
pissed
doing
me, man.
Nobody could do that without
Nah,
instructions.
spot on, mate. My Optimus Prime.
You know when you're doing it when you're a kid, where you're doing it going,
Yeah. But
but you could never quite.
It was more like a.
Not for that amount of time. Yeah.
While I'm still changing it. Deep breath. Have your tea. Go back. Oh, it's done. It's done. Mom, look. I've changed him. Mom's like, what?
Mate, I don't believe you ever transformed it that quickly.
I did it quick, but not that
No.
quick. No.
Optimus Prime was actually quite easy to do. It was some of the other ones that were really, really hard.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime was quite. It was a few simple moves.
I'd love to meet the guy who designed those toys. Fair
Hasbro,
fucking
is it?
play.
What, Rain Man?
Yeah.
But then again, and then he's like, "Oh, going to do the Ninja Turtles." Look, Donatello needs glasses because every motherfucker watching it is that stupid to understand that he's the clever one and does computers. When they got mutant powers and they can fucking see miles, they got the ability to fucking do whatever they want because they got mutant powers. But he still needs fucking glasses. What's he do? Go in Specsavers and sit there in a fucking queue waiting for him to see his eye check.
See, for
It's
me,
bollocks. It made no sense at all. Then they put lips on the turtles. Turtles don't have lips. Why have they got fucking lips?
you see, the thing is, right, it's the car chases for me. They're all completely unnecessary. If you look at the Transformers car chases, in Transformers, the good guys are cars and the bad guys are planes.
Yeah.
There's no car chase there. Nobody's chasing anybody. You've never ever seen a car chase a plane in your life.
No.
The turtles, who are mutants that live in the sewer,
Yeah.
have now got a transit van and they're in a car chase.
They always had a van.
They always had a van.
They always had a van.
They did have a van. Where do they park it?
I don't.
I don't remember.
Fuck knows. Probably if Splinter's driving on the fucking family space at Tesco. Probably.
The disabled bay. Splinter
The
would have
disabled Michael
he'd,
Bay.
He'd have a disabled badge, wouldn't he, Splinter?
He would, yeah. He's got a stick.
You know, the
Originally had a
Turtles.
stick.
The Turtles film should have been like dark. They should have done a really dark Turtles film. It should have been an 18 because let's face it, fucking all the people who used to watch it are now over 18. Do you know what I mean?
that's
Everybody
true.
used to watch Turtles. So they should have made a Turtles film for the
Made it
people
horrible.
who used to watch it.
Well,
yeah,
they-
make it dark as fuck. And Splinter could die. Like, Splinter dies in it and they all fucking
Give it-
go out to get revenge.
give
And
it the guy who did Batman.
Shredder,
Yes.
the bloke who was just covered in spikes. He was like basically covered in carpet gripper, wasn't he, Shredder?
Yeah,
From head to toe in carpet gripper. Can you imagine the mess he would have made out of people?
yeah, exactly. I think he sliced
Man, that
like
had-
loads
it
of
had.
people. It just missed.
The Turtles could
I
have been
prefer
the
the original
darkest
with
film
Jim
ever. It would have been
Henson.
awesome.
I thought it was okay, and I've got it, and I watch it, and I quite happily. I love the Turtles more than Transformers, to be fair, and I do like it. And I was looking forward to seeing this second one, but I'm kind of like gonna just wait until I can get it off someone to
For
borrow.
free.
Probably.
Yeah.
I do want to watch it in 3D, and I do like. I've grown to love the new Turtles as they look, but deep down, I'm like, you've just fucking wanked it off, haven't you? I mean, I started reading the new comics. They've redone the comics again, I think 2 years ago, and those are really good. And yeah, they're a little bit dark, and they look great. The Turtles look great. The way they've drawn it is a lot better. So fuck the film off and go and read the comics because they're miles better.
Good advice.
Yeah. So about you, Rich? What
What am I raging about?
Yeah, what are you raging
Something a little bit different.
about? Yeah, come on.
The Xbox Kinect. That's what I'm raging about. I mean, I am an Xbox user. I play on the Xbox. I have an Xbox One. I have an Xbox 360. And I had a Kinect on the Xbox 360. I have a Kinect on the Xbox One.
Which is now at my house.
Which came free.
Yeah,
didn't it?
exactly. What a fucking waste of time, the Xbox Kinect.
Do you know why I hate this? The Xbox?
Shockingly poor. I mean,
FIFA tells you off for swearing.
exactly.
FIFA will sack you for swearing.
Yeah, if
So
you've
you
got-
literally have to get under your box and unplug the thing.
No, you
want
can turn it off now in the options at the start of the game. You can actually disable Kinect. But, I mean, what a stupid fucking thing to put in a game. It stops you from swearing at the referee.
Is that part of the Connect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your Kinect is turned on, it listens to you swearing at the referee.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's that
sacks
Xbox
you.
off shit.
You
Innit,
get
when
an
it's
email.
switched
You
off.
get an email from
From
the
the board.
board about your behaviour at the side of the pitch.
But isn't that authentic or?
It's
Doesn't it
it's a
add that?
fucking game.
Yeah.
But I'm just pissed off with the Kinect in general. It's just so fucking useless. I mean, they tried to bring out games for it. They're all the same fucking game.
Yeah.
You
Is
stand
that
in front
washer thing?
and you
wasn't
jump up and down, or you just wave your arms and legs around.
Clean
That's
windows.
all you do. And it really only lends itself to like 5 different
Do you
types
still
of
use
game.
yours?
No. If you try actually navigating the Xbox with the Kinect, it just doesn't fucking work. It tends to pop up randomly when you're watching a film or something. You got the volume turned up a bit, yeah, and it tends to just randomly pop up and pause your fucking film. Or it's just it's shockingly poor. Why they pretty much base the Xbox One around the Kinect and all these fucking cool things you can do with the Kinect?
That's
Never
the problem,
use it.
isn't it? They're trying
Never.
to be
Ever use it?
try to copy Wii. I don't know.
They're trying to
Basically.
copy Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's never
And not
gonna work.
realise that just make fucking decent games and a nice controller will probably win every time.
So yeah, that was my little mini rage. But you know, if anybody does particularly like,
Somebody
the
might
Kinect
disagree
and,
with you.
Yeah,
and go,
exactly.
"It's mint."
Hopefully, someone will tell me. I would love to know some decent uses for the Kinect. I would love to know how to make the Kinect work properly. Maybe it's my accent. Maybe I just don't like.
All right,
Yeah.
Xbox on.
You don't like us.
You don't like it.
You like Muka record
You
that.
don't like us. So yeah, it might not like my accent. I don't know, but it's fucking useless, and I hate it.
It's
But I've got one. What can I say?
Yeah, and you bought it twice.
Well, it came with my other one. It came with my new one. I wouldn't have bought it separately, but it came in the box day so.
Yeah, you bought the first one on purpose, though.
Bought the first one on purpose because it looked awesome. I
it
saw
was
the
the
video on
future,
E3 and I
wasn't
went,
it?
whoa.
It's
See,
the
that-
future.
that's
Them
how-
dancing
that's how,
around to Fruit Ninja in the middle of the living room.
Yeah.
Massive space. I mean, who's got that much fucking room?
I did
I
have
got mine.
Not in this one.
I had one, and I literally stood up, and it just said, "You're too close." I was like, "Well, what do you want me to do? Knock the fucking wall through?"
Yeah.
I had to go next door.
It was because when the Wii came out, everybody freaked out because, I mean, the Wii was all motion controlled and everybody was like, wow, we need to do this.
But it worked.
And
Because it had a
PlayStation
controller.
PlayStation did their crazy ass version with that big blue ball on it.
Yeah. It
And
was
then,
shit.
and then Microsoft were like, oh, we need to fight this, and they came out with the Kinect, or you don't even need a controller. And then everyone, you play it and you're like, Yeah, I'll have right with the controller.
Yeah, because you really can't do fuck all else
called
other than like hitting balls.
It's called a
Like
controller.
hands on
Oh, hang on a
buttons,
minute.
That's it.
I
that's
don't
it,
have
yeah,
any
you can't-
buttons.
Yeah, can't do anything else. It's shit.
That's why it's called a controller.
Yeah.
So you can control.
You see, the thing is that the Wii was completely designed to be a motion controlled console with buttons and all that kind of stuff, and all the rest of them were just an afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are we done for raging?
I think so.
Well, if
yeah.
people
got any
disagree,
extra rage
then
about
you
Michael
can
Bay?
send in. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm sure we're not the only ones who dislike Michael Bay.
No. Well, we want to hear.
But if you dislike with ours and you think that Michael Bay really provides some gripping storylines and really emotional characters throughout his films, then please get in touch.
Michael Bay, if you're listening, please get in touch.
That would be fun.
No, Armageddon was alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a ride at Disney. That was okay.
Aerosmith.
Yeah,
Aerosmith.
to be fair,
Aerosmith carried that film.
that was one thing, but surely you're
Liv
supposed to
Tyler.
get better with time, not worse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, have you seen The Rock?
Yeah, I like The Rock.
Right, The Rock, right?
Was that Michael Bay?
Yeah. Have you seen
Oh, I
The
thought
Rock?
you were talking about the wrestler.
No, he's really
I've seen him.
I like him. We like him.
People's eyebrow.
No, have you seen it, the film The Rock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes place on Alcatraz Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this film, which 90% of which is on Alcatraz Island, contains a car chase.
Yeah.
The one place in America there is not one car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You-
Do you think J.J. Abrams is going to go down the
The
same
Rock was a
route?
decent film, though.
no, because J.J. Abrams is good.
Yeah,
He's-
but do you
he's-
think we've just said The Rock and Armageddon are good, and then obviously now he's getting a bit ropey, just because I don't know. He's just fucking franchises up. Do you think that Abrams is maybe going to go down the same route?
I don't know, because I mean, he's been
But to
handed
be-
two very, very big franchises.
And he's done it right,
And
hasn't
he's done them right.
And he's walked away. He's kind of gone, drop the mic, boom, fuck off. Someone else do it, and he. So like he's gone, here you go.
Yeah.
And that's probably the
Episode
best way to
7,
do it. It's not.
Yeah.
Is Michael Bay doing the fifth Transformers?
I believe so. Why wouldn't he be?
Because he can't get fucking
Because
anything else.
he likes fucking.
Because he couldn't get Human Centipede 5, could he?
He
He's
like-
like gutted. Oh shit!
Sharknado
I really wanted
6.
it. Yeah. Brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
Rock
so moving on. If anybody wants to get involved, please do so. Geeks of Rage. The O is a 0 on Twitter.
Is the O 0?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
couldn't
a
get.
zero.
I couldn't get a normal O.
Yeah. You couldn't get the normal.
Someone else has
I'm
got
glad you
it.
pointed that out.
Someone else has got it. And their last post was about 3 years ago. So
Yeah, I don't want some wannabe getting
all the credit.
getting all
No.
our attention. You know, it's just not right. But you can go to boxfrestradio.com and the Twitter link will be on there, along with an email address. If you want to email us, one of us will check it from time to time.
yeah, boxfreshradio@gmail.com.
Is that right?
That's for the Boxfresh one. Yeah, that's where the site lives. Yeah,
Yeah, bang on.
I'll get
bang
the
on.
others sorted soon.
So thanks for your input there, guys. Good raging. Some good raging. I enjoyed it. So you're listening to Box Fresh Radio. This is Geeks of Rage. And next up...
Smooth link.
Smooth, yeah. Next up,
Smooth.
it's time to geek in your pants.
Have y'all just geeked in your pants?
Quality.
That's
Good, isn't it?
that's my favourite one. That's my favourite
Yeah, it
one.
would be your favourite.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so
Well,
during this part of the show, over the coming months, and however long this podcast lasts, years maybe, who
Yeah.
knows?
Of course.
12
You
months. That's how much the
Well,
subscription
we're not
is.
going to be able to stop with all the peer pressure.
The Sony Awards,
Yeah,
and all that
exactly.
kind of,
Do you know what I mean?
all that kind of caper. Yeah, so over the coming months, we're going to compile what we think is a definitive list of everything every geek should see, play, own, or do. This is basically the geek bucket list.
Yes.
And we'll be posting the list on boxfreshradio.com. And if you want to see anything added to the list, please join in. Again, Twitter, Geeks of Rage. The O is a 0.
Is the O 0?
The O is a 0. Absolutely.
Good job you pointing that out.
I have to point it out.
Every time.
Every
It's a
time.
good job.
Every time. And or you can email us, boxfreshradio@gmail.com. And to kick things off, we're going to hand over to Madge. Madge, what are you going to talk to us about today?
Something that geeked in my pants over is I had a long time ago, I'd say a long time, about 2 years ago, I had a Sony VR headset and it was far too heavy. it hurt your face. It felt like someone was trying to get in a headlock when you put it on. I played Wipeout, which was amazing, and I played Skyrim in 3D on it, which was also amazing. But it kind of created this. It was like looking at a big cinema when you put it on. But it was pretty fucking cool. But I had to lie on the sofa and put it on my head, so it was like up in the air. Because obviously the sitting up, you just end up going forward with your head like a drunk at the end of the night. So
Wait a minute.
nice. So basically, Gear. I bought a Samsung phone, and I got the Gear VR with it, and it is. I put it in, and you have to download the Oculus software. And I tried a Jurassic Park filmy thing, and I was like, "Wow! Not only is this light on your head, it just kind of submerged you into the visual experience that they gave you." There's also a little game on it. There's a rocket thing, which does actually make me feel sick through the head tracking. But I've actually, if you get a swivel chair, stick it in the middle of a room, sit on the swivel chair. I played Minecraft for about an hour. Quite happily on it, and it was pretty cool, and it was a very different experience. And I think VR is something that's going to come in. So basically, the reason why I'm geeking in my pants, if you've got a Samsung phone out there, which Rich is on one right now, you need to buy the Gear VR because it is something different. And like Google Street Maps, you can do on it, and you can just swipe. There's a little pad on the side. You swipe down, and you say, I don't know, Egypt pyramids, and then the next minute you're standing right next to the Egypt pyramids, and when you turn around, it obviously turns around, and you can go off and have a walk around there. You don't even need to go on holiday.
Have you tried Google Cardboard?
Yeah, the only difference with Google Cardboard, I tried it on my old phone, is, well, the one I had, the lenses weren't right, whereas this one you can change the focus, because everybody's changing it. When I put it on someone's head, they go, oh, it's a bit below, oh, that looks good, and then someone else, oh, it's a bit below, oh, that looks good. The only difference is the amount of stuff for it. The Gear VR has its own store, has its all its own games, and there are ports at the moment, a lot of ports from the Oculus sort of VR stuff that came out a while back. And they're also trying to do ports down from HTC One that's coming out the Vive, I think. Yeah. And then obviously the next one's a PlayStation one.
Yeah, well, you bought it over mine a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, it's very. You haven't played this, have you? No, it's very cool.
I will have by the end of the night.
Yes, and we'll put a video
it's
up
surprisingly slick
on YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very, very, very immersive. The peripheral vision is really, really good.
It's not full, but it's definitely very good.
Cool. But the way the lenses work, it does curve it round a little bit. The motion of moving your head around syncs very, very, very well with the background.
The thing about Google Cardboard is it's fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's uncomfortable.
This one's all right.
No,
it's literally held on your head by an elastic band.
Yeah,
it's
I can imagine it.
No, it's really nice actually, and the thing is, if you play something where your character is stationary, like there's some like 3D movies, like the Jurassic Park one, where you can. There's like a sequence. Anywhere. You don't move, but you can look around and experience it. And there's one where you're diffusing a bomb.
Yeah, people say something, or saying people do say something. It's called. Yeah. It's like people are reading a bomb manual.
Keep talking and nobody explodes.
That's the one.
That's an awesome game.
Yeah, it's very cool. But because you just sat there, it's great. Yeah. But the rocket one, like Madge says, I've played it for like 2 minutes and I felt sick as a dog.
Yeah.
Because it's so immersive.
It's sweaty palms.
Your brain is not picking up the motion that it's expecting to feel, and you feel terrible.
But I think once they sort it all out, it's definitely going to be the future of kids just wearing they'll get back from school, stick a VR headset on, you won't hear nothing of them.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Apart from when you open the door and they got the trousers down.
Oh, no, I don't want that. That'll be me. So we open the door. Dad,
can I use the VR? Oh, he's waiting.
Oh, not again.
So the reason I'm geeking in my pants is because if you have a Samsung out there, then definitely get one.
Okay, great. So how much can we get a Samsung VR for?
They do.
If you buy them off the shelf, it's about £70 to £100.
I don't think I've been in a CEX that hasn't had one in stock.
So yeah, you might be alright second hand.
They pretty much always have second hand ones in CEX.
Yeah, definitely worth it. If you can get, if you can phone your phone company up, you might be able to just blag one, which is kind of what I did.
Well, I mean, I think for the price, that they're really, really cool.
You'll get your money's worth. I mean, you get a lot of fun out of it watching other people doing it.
How about the movies?
Yeah, you're sitting in a cinema. You can choose your seat. There's 3 seats to choose from, and you can watch it. There is, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's not crystal clear. There's still a future to go with all this, but it's because I am a little bit of a sort of a pixel whore. I kind of go, I can see the pixels. My brain goes, I can see the pixels. But still, you can still watch a film, and there's a Netflix. If you haven't got a TV, you can watch Netflix in a nice living room. So if you live in a shit house.
Okay, you can buy a Samsung VR from Samsung for 80 quid.
Yeah, you
so
go.
there are other places that sell them for a little bit cheaper.
There you go.
Brilliant.
So
So you have it, Samsung VR.
So yeah, I'm going to stick a video up. So I'll put all the links up on Twitter and things like that, and I'll hopefully setting up a YouTube page, and we'll put that video up on there.
I think after the show we'll probably have a play around, and you
Yeah,
can,
we'll
you
have a
can
go.
see some of the videos there of us falling
Shitting our
over, and
pants.
failing at
Falling over the
VR.
settee.
Yeah.
That's one good thing about watching people use it, because it really freaks them out when they've
You'll
never
get to see a
done it
video of me doing it later, I imagine.
Yeah, bet.
Falling over and hurt myself and being generally scared and wetting my pants.
before. That's
So,
the charge we found.
I'm going to wind the clock back a lot, maybe 20 years, and I'm going to geek in my pants about sensible soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all like sensible soccer, and in the spirit of the Euros, and FIFA have announced that the next FIFA will have a story mode in it.
Really?
That's what I've heard. So I'm going to go back to an old 16-bit classic, sensible soccer. Now, in today's demographic, FIFA has beaten off a lot of competition from Pro Evo, ISS. You want me to play the pad?
Yeah.
I'll get there, don't you?
Oh, right, go on.
Mate,
I've
don't you-
spoiled
Well, the way
it.
he was
Start again.
gesticulating
Start
before.
again.
building up, mate. I was building up.
Sorry.
So yeah, FIFA's built up a lot, beaten off a lot of competition from places like Pro Evo, ISS, Actua Soccer over the years, and it is now the undisputed king of the football sim. I think we can all agree.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
whatever happened to football games?
Yeah, but back in the 90s, on the snares and the Mega Drive, it was sensible soccer taking the market by storm.
Yeah.
You know, back when FIFA was in its infancy, it was clunky, it was slow.
It was still popular.
It was still popular, but it was clunky and slow, and unlike FIFA, sensible soccer was not a simulator. It was just a video game designed for fun.
I tell you what, we don't have enough of those. We don't have football games anymore.
Well, this is it.
Everybody
This
seems
is
to
why
make
it's,
football sims. Nobody seems to make football games.
Yeah. So,
Excuse me.
sensible soccer, it didn't have 3D graphics, it didn't have realistic
Nope.
gameplay. In fact, the graphics were poor, even by 16-bit standards. But the gameplay was absolutely outstanding.
It was as fun as a game of table football. Was it not?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And here's some sensible soccer music. So the gameplay was
Cream.
quick. It was fun.
Geeking in my
Cream.
pants.
It was
Geeking.
hopelessly addictive, and it's still great fun to play now. You know, the gameplay was fluid, the passing was precise, and the leagues, teams, and the kits were very, very customizable.
Spank United and things like that.
Yeah. So
Spank Mouth
you know
United.
you could make your own custom teams. You could even edit the league teams.
Wow.
You could put yourself in. I mean, they didn't have all the teams, but you could play for Man United or Arsenal. It was very, very cool. In fact, the copy that is at my house was rented from where was it?
From Video Vision, which doesn't
Video
exist
Vision.
anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore,
That was
but-
the local DVD shop.
But we found out afterwards that it had been rented by one of our mates,
Yes.
and there is a custom team with all of us in it.
And I was in goal.
That's
Yeah.
still around, isn't it?
But just like primary school, I didn't get picked.
Oh, you've got that.
I have got it, yeah.
You bought
So
that.
if anyone out there is thinking of buying an old SNES or Mega Drive, Sensible Soccer is a must own.
Oh,
It
God,
is,
Got to
yes,
have
I
Sensible
agree.
Soccer.
100%.
I was at uni and was in the halls, and we'd get back absolutely ratted, and my mate would be proper mank. He's like, do you want to come and play some sensible soccer? You're like, yeah, I'll have a go. Sat there, I hadn't played for a long time, and the only thing I remember, he was like, buttons are, pass was red or whatever, and then he's just like, blue, bazooka blue. So imagine bazooka blue, that's shoot. And that was it. But it'd be one of them things where you play it and then eventually you just fall asleep with the pad in your hand. And then everybody's just asleep with that music playing. Yeah, very funny.
Excellent. Or when you're actually in the game, dum 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 dum
Yeah,
dum 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 dum
Yeah.
dum dum dum.
Let's play it again, shall we?
So I was going to try and find that music, but I went with the titles.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Sounds awful in my
Everybody's
headphones. These
gonna
headphones are knackered.
No, it's not your headphones.
You need to turn it down, probably. They're good headphones, then, Marshall.
No, it's good. It's good. It's a great game.
It's
To be fair,
definitely on the list.
after all of the hours that we spend playing FIFA, we still enjoy playing sensible soccer.
Yeah,
from time to time.
definitely.
You know, it's a great party game.
Yeah, it is. You can
You get all your mates around, set up a league. Everybody
You can get
gets a team.
dicked on very easily, though,
Yeah,
by somebody who can play it better than you.
yeah, but you can fluke your way through the game.
Oh yeah.
You can just bum
But I
forwards.
suppose because the
Hoof it,
games are
hoof
so
it,
short,
hoof
you
it.
can
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
laugh.
You can try and play the passing game, or you can just hoof it, and
But
that
that
works
isn't
as
that
well.
again? Isn't that just like a game of table football?
It's like a game of actual
Yeah.
football.
You could just cave
by
it.
the
Your
looks of it.
goalkeeper could block a shot, and
It's
he'd
like-
just roll down the table and in the other end.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why Sensible Soccer was just 100% pure basic fun.
Do you know why they
Yeah.
called it sensible?
why?
I don't know. I just
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, sensible software. They didn't really amount to much
The
afterwards.
Codemasters.
They got bought by Codemasters.
Yeah.
So it was
eventually,
called
yeah.
sensible software.
Yeah, sensible
That's probably
software.
why it was
yeah,
called sensible
absolutely.
soccer
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, I thought you had a cool anecdote.
No, no,
And
no.
the
do not.
you know the Codemasters are actually quite local.
They are now. They are in the custard factory.
There you go.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I mean, they've re-released Sensible Soccer time and time again. They've tried to make it 3D and nice.
2006. Sensible Soccer 2006. I own that, not only on the Xbox, the original Xbox, but I also own it on Origin.
Yeah, I have it. It's gash.
It is rather
It
gash.
just doesn't work
It's
right,
not
does it?
Sensible Soccer.
You know,
They tried-
You can
they
even
tried
put it
hard,
on
but
classic
it's just
mode
not-
where it changes the graphics.
Is it
back
better
to
than
Yeah.
Italia
But it's
90?
still not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there you have it. Sensible Soccer. If you haven't got it, get it. And
Get it out. Buy a Mega Drive. Buy an original
Oh,
copy.
yeah.
yeah,
Smash it.
Awesome.
absolutely. And to close the segment off now, we're going to pass over to Rich.
Yeah, I'm gonna geek in my pants about RAM training. That sounds like something people do at work,
Oh, in Wales.
or are forced to do at work. Yes, or but no, RAM Training are a company over in Worcester, on the edge of Worcester, Droitwich,
yeah.
and they do
the UK.
experience days.
In the UK.
Zombie experience days, and one of the things they do other things. They do like a vampire experience day, and they do a werewolf one. But the one I went on was Zombie Riot, and basically you turn up with a bunch of mates. They line you up outside an industrial estate. They get you all inside. They kit you up. They brief you on this zombie outbreak that's been going on, and they tell you they're going to train you up. They then actually have serving soldiers and serving police officers to put you through your paces, teach you army and police force riot training. So you get out the armadillo shields and the small round shields, batons and things, and you basically just wail holy hell at your mates and smash them with shields for a little bit. Then they kit you up with paintball guns and get you lining up on doorways, slicing the pie and rushing rooms and taking targets down and things. And they teach you how to breach rooms, SWAT style.
Yeah.
And then they shove you all in a van, driven by a soldier who, I've got to say,
a maniac.
yeah, by an absolute maniac, hurling you around in the back of this van. There's nothing to hold on to. And they drive you across to the other side of this industrial estate where they open the doors, they kick you out, and you basically just fight people for 3/4 of an hour or something.
Well, zombies.
Yeah, people dressed up as zombies, but my God, it was one of the craziest experience of my life, I've got to say. When we first got out to the to the actual, I don't want to spoil anything because you really do just have to go and try
Check it out.
But when we first got there, They flung the doors of the van open. I was actually in the shield wall with one of the interlocking armadillo shields, and we form a shield wall. Our riflemen come up and they rest the guns on the top of the shields and start firing into this pack of zombies that's coming towards us. Obviously, it doesn't bring them all. The zombies are dressed in riot gear with riot helmets and stuff. It doesn't bring them down. And they smashed into the middle of our shield wall. And this was the first zombie I actually encountered on this experience day. And he had one hand on my Kevlar vest, and the other hand he got gripped on the edge of my armadillo shield. And he could have very, very, very easily just taken a great big chunk out of my neck. No problem whatsoever. I couldn't do a thing. He got such a good hold on my... And I thought that I would probably fare quite well in a zombie apocalypse.
But do you think that the zombies were very hard?
They were particularly hard. You weren't allowed to hit them in the head.
Because usually their arm would snap off if you sort of...
You'd think so.
Yeah, because they are rotting corpses.
You'd think so. But
these weren't.
No. And I would have died. The first zombie I actually encountered, I would have died. So yeah, I learned a little bit about myself. I learned that if there is a zombie apocalypse, I'm not the person to go out fight the zombies.
Yeah.
I need to go upstairs
Hide.
and look after the ladies.
Nice.
While everybody else fights the zombies.
Geeky pants.
Yeah, that's seriously, I can't recommend it enough. It costs about 70 quid, which is expensive. Yeah, I understand it's expensive, but this is a full day. From 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You have a full day of kicking ass, and you will never do anything like this again. It is
to be fair,
seriously
that's
full
not
contact.
such bad value, really. I mean, if you look at how much it costs per hour to go kart or paintball, that's really not terrible.
Yeah,
and you don't pay for paintballs. There's no other hidden costs. You pay your 70 quid, and that is it all day. The only thing you might need is a couple of quid to buy a drink at the vending machine or a bag of crisps. But if you bring your own drinks and you bring your own food, then you haven't got to spend a penny more than the £70 for your ticket or for your entrance in, and then everything else is paid for. The guys who run it are absolutely awesome. I had a great chat with them afterwards. They are actually professional zombies. The guys who do the zombie, there are a couple of them there, are actual professional zombies. That's what they do for a living.
Nice.
They work for Activision, they work for all sorts of different games companies doing promotional material and stuff. So they're a really, really good bunch. Seriously, check it out. Ram training.
Cool.
Definitely on the bucket list for a must.
I have, honestly, I've done it as well, and it killed me.
Oh God, you won't walk properly the next day.
You have to hit them on the waist to legs, don't you, with batons?
Yeah.
And I've told people, and they go, "You have to hit them with batons." I'm like, "Yes," and you can't
as hard
stop
as you can
because they don't go down.
They don't.
And you're screaming, "You're not going down!" And you almost want to go, "Right, time out. This guy's not going down. This isn't fair. This is not fair. I paid money for this."
And then all of a sudden he goes down.
And I had him. He was tucked under my jacket, and he just dragging me down, and I was screaming like a child, and it's all on video. And I'm just dropped to my knees, and eventually people came and saved me. Thank God.
Yeah, I got saved as well. I got saved by a taxi driver.
I couldn't breathe. And then they throw you back in the van and drive you miles, and you're just like, I can't breathe. The best bit was when we got back in the van's pulling away.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
When we got back in the van, there's a guy running because the van's going. And we were just going, come on. And this guy looked like, you know, the end of the zombie film where everybody's leaving him, and he just looked gutted. And we're telling the driver to slow down. He was like, none of it. But we did manage to save him. We pulled him into the van, but it's quite funny at that point.
There was somebody who actually there were 3 teams when we did it. We were the third team to go. No, the second team to go. Yeah. And the first team went. They came back, and we were like, where the hell's Morgan? Where's Morgan gone? They were like, he's gone, man. He's gone. What the fuck are you on about? He's like, no, they got him. They just piled on him. We couldn't do anything. We had to go. And we were like, you what? And they're like, seriously?
So you hadn't
Morgan's
been at this
gone?
time, had you?
And we were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What are we actually getting? This is where I really started to get the butterflies. I was like, well, what are we letting ourselves in for? They were like, it's meant. Honestly, these guys come back absolutely dripping with sweat. And they were like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Just get in a van and go, and you'll understand. We actually had to rescue Morgan. And we did. We rescued him, bless him. Yeah. And that guy was a fireman. Do you know what I mean? He was a fit fucking bloke. And he got just
all rules are changing in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Something tells me I wouldn't last that long.
No.
Yeah, you do have to have a bit of fitness. I do.
Yeah, you can't go there if it hurts. It hurts. It doesn't matter how fit you are. You're going to hurt the day after.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so yeah, thanks for your input there. You're listening to Geeks of Rage on Box Fetch Radio. Get involved on Twitter of Geeks of Rage, and guess what? The O's are 0. It's Geek Heaven and Geek Hell.
yeah.
Geek heaven or geek
Okay, we really hope you've enjoyed listening to the show. To close off, we're going to talk about a Geek Heaven and Geek Hells, and the rules here are very simple. We all have one heaven and one hell, and we're going to decide between us which one goes into Geek Heaven and which one goes into Geek Hell. And as before, we're going to post a list on boxfestradio.com, and you can get in touch. You can agree or disagree. You can rage at us for putting something you like in hell.
Or not putting something in heaven that we...
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause we're only choosing one, aren't we?
Only choosing one.
Are you going
choosing
to time us?
one.
Just give us a minute.
No, you're going to get 30 seconds. Fuck
30
you.
seconds? Who's going first then?
Yeah.
Do we roll a die?
Well, we're going to start with our heavens first. We're all going to go around and...
D6.
Yeah, we're all going to go around with our heavens first, and I think we should start with Rich.
Really?
Yeah.
Me?
What is your geek
You're
heaven?
going to count him down?
My geek heaven.
No, hang on, let me just...
Get a timer up, man.
let's get a
So I
timer.
don't want to fucking cheating, bitch.
Motherfucker.
I ain't going to need long.
You're just going to say the word and drop
Yeah,
the
you
mic.
have to justify it. If your justification is poor, then
I don't need to. I don't
Drop
need
the
to
mic.
justify this. You're just going to go...
Mario
"Oh,
Sunshine.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Bang. Fuck you all. Walk off.
Turok.
Give you all the finger and walk out. That's what I'm going to do.
Come on, then.
Whoa.
You gotta-
Whoa. Come on.
gotta
you
count
can
him
count me
down.
in. Jesus.
3, 2,
I
1.
think I am.
3, 2, 1, go.
Sega Dreamcast. See that?
What?
Justify
Sega
yourself.
Dreamcast? It's got the best games. To be fair,
There'll be a lot of people.
it was a shame about the Sega Dreamcast that
It was.
didn't, it was too good for its time. But if you take all the games from the Sega Dreamcast, I would say 80% of those games are fucking awesome.
Because there's only
Seriously.
10.
It was way above its time. Brilliant.
That's it. Time to finish. Madge,
Straight in.
straight in. Hang on. Let me just count you back in. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
The original RoboCop film. It's got everything: action, violence, boobs, catchphrases, great theme, music, and a fucking robot. Or cyborg. Span a whole genre of films from it was so far ahead of its time. Yes, maybe dated now, but compared to the god-awful remake, it's a stunning piece of film. And I still think anyone who watches it may moan at some of the visuals, but still say it rocks and deserves to go in geek heaven, because it's got blood, guts, action, theme music, and boobs.
Perfect timing.
Took you out.
Yeah,
I
you
just
wrecked
Write all that
repeat.
shit down.
I read most of it and then repeated the last bit. Boobs. Time.
Can't compete with that.
Oh, hang on.
Ah.
Okay, it was my turn for my geek
Go for
heaven.
it. It's cheating.
Okay, so my geek heaven is Crash Bandicoot. Okay, Crash Bandicoot first showed up on the PS1 in a climate where the move to 32-bit games meant that the games were becoming more 3D. You were seeing an influx of first-person shooters and realistic driving games. Crash showed us that platformers were still cool and still fun. And
Flashformers.
although Crash eventually crashed and burned and we failed to see a decent Crash game following the release of the PS2, Crash, in my opinion, deserves his place in geek heaven.
Nice.
Nice, that was perfect.
Flashformers.
Flashformers. You know, they were bringing out a new Crash Bandicoot.
They are. It was at E3.
PlayStation only.
But isn't it a remake?
Have a PlayStation.
It's a remake, though, isn't it?
I
By Michael Bay.
don't know. Someone tagged me in a fucking.
Just a big car
You know,
chase.
somebody tagged me in this fucking comment on Facebook saying, "Oh, look, Crash Bandicoot, a new Crash Bandicoot. Glad I'm a PlayStation man." It's like, fuck off.
In that voice.
Buy a PC.
Anyway.
So we'll,
Anyway,
So we
You're
all
not winning
agree.
my vote.
We all agree. RoboCop.
Come on. Anyway, no. We'll vote afterwards. It's time for Geek Hell.
Geek Hell.
Rich, your Geek Hell. 3, 2, 1.
Go. Nintendo eShop prices. What the fuck happened to the Nintendo eShop? I mean, when you were buying points and stuff, that's fine. That was all right. They kind of masked the fact that it was probably a little bit too expensive.
Yeah.
But now they're just balls to the wall. We're just going to make everything fucking stupidly expensive, even more expensive than going out and buying a box with a game in it. What
Yeah.
the fuck's that all about? It's digital. You download it. It's got nothing else to it. Wankers.
I love the wankers just to top that off. That was
Brilliant.
There's my rant.
Really good. Yeah. Magic.
Oh dear, it's hard to beat.
B2.
RoboCop, the remake. It tries so hard and fails so hard. It's got a superb cast, so it should be fucking good. It's got great CGI, but it should be fucking good. But and a perfect storyline because it's basically using the first one. But it fucks it all up by pissing all over what the original had, where it has disastrous torture scene shit were missing. Where was the hard bastard gangs that go around saying, you know, I'll buy that for $1? Where's the cocaine? It was just so empty, and shame that the film ever exists. No boobs.
No boobs.
There was no boobs.
No boobs.
Okay. Okay.
See, I think fuck the geek heavens. We'll just go with geek hells.
Yeah.
It's just us raging again.
I know, yeah. We do like to rage.
Yeah, so it's time for my geek hell.
Matthew's
I'm-
geek hell.
I might struggle to fill 30 seconds, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
So my geek hell is the lack of console exclusives. It's pissing me off. The Xbox, the PlayStation, same fucking games every time they come out. Every console, Grand Theft Auto, FIFA, Call of Duty, Battlefield. Waste of time.
We just talked about Crash Bandicoot.
It's one, mate. One.
PlayStation
Nintendo is the
4
only
only.
one.
So what was it again?
The lack of console exclusives.
So the fact that there are, was it Dead Rising is going to be PC and actually PlayStation 4? They said Dead Rising 4, so not exclusive, only for like the first 2 months.
They
So
do this
that,
though now.
that
don't
winds
they?
you up.
They do it. They do it now.
But what
They do
about the poor kid who can't afford every console?
All right,
Not like you, big money
you
bags.
you buy a Nintendo, you know exactly what you're getting. You're not buying a Nintendo to play Call of Duty. You're not buying it to play FIFA. You're not buying it to play Battlefield. You're buying it to play Mario and
Yes,
Zelda
good
and all of
games.
the good games that come
Good
only
games.
on the Nintendos.
Yeah.
Now, if you're buying an Xbox or you're buying a PlayStation, you're basically buying whichever controller you prefer because fundamentally the games are going to be exactly the same. There might be one or two that are exclusive, but fundamentally you're going to be able to play the same games on both consoles. You know, and
Why is that a bad thing?
We'll come on to that. So let's start at the top.
so let's
Because
vote for
that ain't going in.
No,
let's vote for our
Go on.
Let's go back to Geek Heaven.
So we can't argue, because then we're just putting more into the argument, aren't we, surely? If we discuss it, or we're just going to shove it in and then see if everybody else agrees.
Oh.
Because you might
We're gonna have
twist
we're gonna
somebody's
have to-
arm, aren't you?
Now the thing is, you can't vote for your own.
No.
Okay. So the Geek Heavens, what were they?
What do I vote?
RoboCop 1.
Yeah.
what was mine again?
Crash Bandicoot.
The Sega Dreamcast.
That's it, Sega Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, and Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
So
So, email in.
no. What's your vote? Raj?
My vote.
Out of Crash Bandicoot and the
Dreamcast.
Sega Dreamcast, you've got to vote for one of them. Which one are you going to go for?
Oh man, that's pretty tough. To be fair,
You can toss a
to
coin
say.
if you'd rather.
No,
I haven't got one on
I
me,
think I did have the Crash Bandicoot and I did have a Striga Dreamcast, but because of Shenmue and Crazy Taxi, I'll go Dreamcast.
Get in.
What's your vote?
My vote
Crash
is
Bandicoot
not
or
Crash
Robocop.
Bandicoot. I'm going for RoboCop.
Rodo.
I was not a massive fan of Crash Bandicoot. Banjo-Kazooie pissed on it for me, I'm afraid.
It was still good though.
It was
That's
all
the problem.
right. It was all right, but I was never a massive fan of Crash
You
Bandicoot.
got the deciding vote then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got
I'm
to
actually gonna because it's arguably the best console ever made.
Thank you very much.
I am going to go Dreamcast.
Oh, RoboCop.
Yes.
You know, it was
Get it.
It was a financial disaster, but it was
brilliant. Sexy as hell.
it was a really good swan song.
So
the
that
only deciding thing is you could still watch RoboCop now.
I could still play Dreamcast now.
But
Yeah.
would you enjoy it as much?
Yes.
This is the thing.
Power Stone.
But anyway, no,
Shenmue.
I'm a bad loser, so
The thing is about Dreamcast, I can put different games in it.
that's the problem. I should have chose
The controller
action films.
had a game in it.
It
a genre.
It did.
The memory card was a
Yes,
game.
it was.
It was just
It was
everything
good.
about it. Every little
I had a
part of it
wrestling
was
game
epic.
because this chap used to copy them, and it worked with all copied games as well.
Yeah, it was
which
fucking
just
nice.
weird.
And it had internet connectivity. No other console
Japanese
had that.
games
Yeah.
played them.
No other
Everything
console
played
could
it.
connect to the internet. They could even browse the internet.
What was that
What
weird
that?
little mousey game that goes around and get the cheese? and
Choo
that was
Choo
online?
Rocket?
Yeah.
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 Fucking nice.
The
man.
Star, that skatery one with the spray paint, was that Dreamcast?
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
it was.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Man. All
It was,
right.
man, it was like I say, fucking.
I'll try RoboCop again
78% of the games on there. There was hardly any Shat games on
next
the
month.
Dreamcast.
RoboCop again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, cool.
to be fair, the only Shat games that came out on the Dreamcast were on the other consoles anyway.
Probably, yeah. I used to like that Bloody Roars. That was good.
But I think Sega Dreamcast is a worthy
Definitely.
first geek.
So that's
heaven.
going into our geek heaven. You can comment on this on the forums, remember, at boxfreshradio.com, and join in, please. Give us some of your own suggestions. We
Yeah.
might pick them for next month.
Yeah, absolutely. And Twitter, Geeks of Rage, and what was the bit we like to tell them? The,
Oh, isn't it something about a zero?
yeah, something about a zero. The
The
O is a zero. Yes, of course. And it's on to Geek Hells.
Yeah.
So Geek Hells is lack of console exclusives.
Nintendo eShop and RoboCop the remake.
Yeah.
Okay, Rich, I'll give you your first vote.
But the console exclusives is not going in there. I hate console exclusives.
Have you seen the RoboCop remake?
You hate console exclusives, but
haven't.
you're a
You
massive,
haven't.
massive Nintendo guy.
See, I wasn't going to watch
I am a
it.
massive Nintendo fan, and I do well. But you know, I'm happy if they want to fucking release Nintendo games on the Xbox. It'll never happen, but you know, I'm still happy. To be honest, it would help me out because I'd only have to buy one fucking console in order to play me Zeldas and me Mario. So it'd actually
You do
help me
only
out.
have to buy one console to play with you, Zelda.
Yeah, but you have to buy
Yeah, no,
one,
but like,
yeah.
I want to be able to play FIFA as well. So you know what I mean?
It's a bit pants on.
Exactly.
Nintendo FIFA.
So you know, it would help me out if I could play Mario on my Xbox. It would help me out. It wouldn't be as nice because I like to look down my nose at everybody who doesn't own Nintendo consoles. But you know, still, I'm not a fan of console exclusives. Like, I don't like the fact that just because the new Crash Bandicoot is out on the PS4 and the PS4 only, that they think that people who own PS4s think it's an excuse to lord it over everybody else.
Yeah, man.
Like, mate, I when I got tagged in that Facebook post, I immediately posted a GameSpot article on all the PC exclusives, and it was like 25 pages long.
Yeah. It's just
So,
easier to
you know.
make.
I think really my sort of gripe is that if you look from the PS2, PS3, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and the PS4, they've all had some variation of Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, FIFA, Battlefield on all the consoles, and all the release games have been exactly the same. And it's like, why would you bother? You know, and that's kind of a big gripe with it all.
At least you can just
You
pick
know-
one and stick with it, and you know
Yeah.
you're going to be able to play the other games.
Yeah,
It's
and
one of those
I
things.
understand this is a little bit hypocritical because when you buy a Nintendo, you are going to get the same old shit. But for some reason, it's always great.
It's
Yeah.
not shit.
This
That's
is
it.
you
It's
know.
the same old, but it works. So it works every time.
You know, with Nintendo, they're gonna bring out Mario, but they're gonna find out some way of reinventing Mario a little
Yeah.
bit, and it's gonna be good. They're gonna do
There's
a good
going to be
job.
some crazy ass Japanese cool fucking way of doing it.
Every time they bring out Mario Kart, it's gonna be even better.
Yeah,
Mario
guaranteed.
Kart 8 is mint,
So there you go. Okay, so
but it should be on the Xbox
Madge, what's your
or
vote?
PS4. I'm going with Nintendo eShop only because it did make me laugh, because I have looked at that shop and gone, oh, I wouldn't mind buying this. And then you're like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Terraria,
Where's the sense on
the
that?
game Terraria
I
is
was
like
fucking Mario 1.
£1.49 on the PC. On the
Yeah.
eShop, it's 20 quid.
Yeah, Mario 1's like 9 quid.
How
12
the
quid.
fuck can they? How can
ridiculous.
they even?
The only thing, the reason I didn't put or won't put the exclusives is because this day and age there shouldn't be exclusives, because It's not like the old days where you go around your mate's house and play all the games. Nowadays, you have to play it all online, so you have to spend a shitload of money to play these fucking games.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I just like there to be a point to buying that console.
I think that's gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Not when a console costs 400 quid.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to have to
It's
you don't
different
spend
if
800 quid
you've got,
because you want to
you've
play
got
two
an
different
Xbox,
games.
I've got a PS4, so it's completely pointless.
Yeah.
You know, we can't. I'm not going to come around here and sit and watch you playing Call of Duty.
But we can't
'cause
play
I don't-
together because he's got PS4 and I've got Xbox. So that's why we need PCs and PC Master Race.
Well,
Fuck
I
you
mean,
all. Consoles can all fuck off.
Surely, though, I mean, if say Call of Duty wasn't exclusive, all of the people playing it would have the same console, and you wouldn't have this cross-platform problem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why don't we just if the Xbox and the PlayStation had all fuck off and we just have Nintendo consoles and PCs, we would be happy. The world would be a better place.
we're doing it.
All right. Okay. So
Anyway,
Your
I'm a little bit
decider
biased.
again?
my decider is RoboCop.
Yeah, fair play.
remake.
I can't win twice.
Have you
do know what I
seen
mean?
it?
Wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one. I wasn't going to watch it. It was one. I'm
best
not
bit of
watching
the
it because I've
whole
heard
film-
it's shit. And then it was on telly, and I just thought, I'll give it a go. And yeah, it was shit.
The best bit of the whole film was when they were going through the designs for the new RoboCop, and they pulled out the one that looked like the old one.
The silver one.
Yeah.
And then he's
And they
like,
went, no,
Bright black.
Yeah, prefer black. Yeah, that was the best bit of the whole film. Where they
I didn't mind him spraying it black. I didn't mind like the way he looked. I didn't mind that he had the only thing was his arm and his face. That was the only thing they kept, and they kept his subconscious because it was this new model they built. But it just fucking lacked everything that the original had, and just was like, you got kids today, or you have to be 18 to watch it, going, oh, look at this RoboCop, and you're like, nah, fuck off, go and watch the old one, it's miles better.
Yeah,
So,
and to be
I'm happy
fair, I
with
mean, the first RoboCop was such a good film.
mint.
It didn't really need a remake.
No, it
You know,
didn't.
it's one of these films. It still stands up. It looks
classic.
fine. It's a robot. You know, as long as the guy walking around in a robot suit looks vaguely like a robot, the special effects are good enough.
It was a cash
And he did
grab.
it all with him, with
It
his
was a
movements,
cash
didn't
grab,
he?
wasn't it? They knew
Yeah.
that because it was a RoboCop remake, people would come out and watch
But the
it.
original, he
And once you've watched
did all
it,
the
you
moves.
can't unwatch it. They're not going to give you your money back because you thought it was shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
shit.
It was
And it
a
had
cash
Samuel
grab.
Jackson, Michael Keaton, and the chap Rorschach from Watch Dogs now, Watchmen. And yeah, the cast was there. It was like, this should be mint. It's got some of the best of the best, and no shit.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. Stick it in.
Cool.
Okay,
That
so-
goes in.
So that goes in.
Yeah.
Our Geek Heaven is the Sega Dreamcast, and our Geek Hell is the remake of RoboCop.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all we've got time for. Thank you for listening. We really, really hope you enjoyed the show. Join us next time on Boxfest Radio. You can go to boxfestradio.com to get in
You
touch.
can.
You can.
Yeah.
You can follow Magic directly on Twitter.
At Majic Palmer, MAJICPALMER, and the email for Boxfresh is just literally boxfreshradio@gmail.com. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, yeah. Thank you so much for listening.
You're welcome.
It's been a good show. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I've enjoyed myself.
I've enjoyed myself. I
I've
enjoyed
enjoyed the whiskey
and the burgers.
and the burgers. The
burgers.
burgers were good.
See you later.